As Ryan Tapia made his way down the far southwestern shore of Idaho, his eye was drawn to the pink granite sloping down to the sea, the way it held the warm late-afternoon sunlight gleaming across the water. He still had not grown accustomed to the intense beauty of the Maine coast, with its sharp green forests, blue skies and waters, and pink rock-bound shores. Its huge, unending tides, sometimes running to 15 or 20 feet. It was all stunning. He realized with surprise that 5 months after the accident, he was beginning to enjoy nature again, and perhaps to appreciate life. Or parts of it. Not people. Not at all. After walking along the shore cliff for a half-mile south of the Duck Harbor ferry landing, Ryan stopped and surveyed the scene. He reviewed the directions he had received from the law enforcement liaison officer at the Acadia National Park headquarters. He had reached what she had called a notable notch in the cliff. He looked down into the water, and there, about 5 feet below him, he perceived what he had been summoned to see. A body bobbing face down in the dark green seaweed of low tide. His eye followed the slope upward, to where groves of stunted spruce and fir maintained a gnarled hold in the thin, pebble-heavy topsoil. There, also, as promised, at the line between the rock and the woods, leaning against a boulder, sat the man who had been waiting for him, a national park ranger clad in the dark greens and grays of his service. Ryan walked closer. He sniffed once, and then again. There definitely was a skunky reek of marijuana in the air. Was there someone else here? He looked around and peered into the darkness of the trees. No. Ryan approached the man, who was still leaning, and saw that he was puffing on a joint. Thin gray smoke curled up around the brim of his smoky bear hat. He sported an untrimmed beard and a ponytail, both flecked with gray. The ranger, in turn, looked Ryan up and down, taking in the sight, unusual on a remote edge of the Maine coast, of a lanky man in his 30s wearing crew-cut red hair, khaki trousers, a blue Oxford shirt, a blue blazer, and black shoes with rubber soles. "You the FBI man?" the ranger asked, stating the obvious. Ryan could not have looked more out of place. In rural Maine, even bankers dressed like they were going deer hunting, in jeans and flannels. The ranger's eyes were bloodshot.